From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, we welcome you to the 2015 International Bowl featuring teams from USA football against teams from Team Canada. Welcome to Arlington, everyone. Alongside Joe Vasile, I'm Doug Anderson. And Joe, we've already seen one outstanding football game this afternoon. The select team from Team USA winning over a team of international players from all over.
Excellent day of football here from AT&T.
The matchup that we will bring you next features the under-16 national team for Team USA against a Team Canada squad from Football Ontario. And let's take a look at some of the impact players that we'll be focusing on in today's ball game, with a local guy getting a lot of prominence. Jalen Maiden, a quarterback from nearby Saxe High School in the North Texas area, 6'1", 187-pounder, and Giovanni Pierre, a wide receiver from Somerville High School, also a Texan. On the defensive side, you've got a couple of other players that are going to make big impacts on today's ball game, but it will be interesting to see Maiden and the rest of this Team USA offense, how they can respond to a good Canadian squad on the defensive side.
Yeah, we got to see Maiden in the Jamboree a little bit on Thursday. Looks pretty good at the quarterback position. Also got to see his brother last night in the U18 game. That was a sight to see. A couple of brothers here, both representing their country and doing so well.
Saxe High School Mustangs, a prominent program in the North Texas area under their head coach, Red Behrens. They have had playoffs.
Football players.
Team USA wears the red, white, and blue, and Team Canada lines up in their red uniforms with black pants. Our head coach for Team USA is Tom Verbanek from Oakton, Virginia, Flint Hill head coach, and we saw Rocky Hager do a great job with the select team, leading them to a victory. Verbanek set to do the same thing, perhaps with this under-16 squad.
Yeah, certainly, but he's going to have a tough opponent out there today in Team Canada. This is a group of kids made up from predominantly Ontario. That's where they pretty much are all coming from. And this is a team that was so good. They were originally supposed to square off against the under-15 team. They were so good in the Jamboree, and they bumped them up and have them play the 16 team to make it a little bit of a tougher competition for them. And you can see down there on the field, they have got this size, they've got this strength, and let's see what it's going to look like going up against the U16 team.
Team USA will kick off to start the ball game. Back deep to receive for Team Canada, Hunter Brown, a receiver from Brampton, and also back Jacob Savoni, a running back from LaSalle. Second of 4 games today at AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys. And ready to kick it away, Nicholas Skiba for Team USA. It's taken by Brown near the 20-yard line across the 30 and smacked down across the 30-yard line at the 33, which is where Team Canada will start offensively for the first time this afternoon.
Yeah, a little bit of a short kickoff that time by Skiba. Was fielded on the run by Shannon, but he was able to come up with the coverage team, doing a good job of getting quickly down the field and limiting the potential of that return. Good field position, though, to start for Team Ontario.
Take a look at Team Canada offensively to start this ball game. They will feature Zach Bino at quarterback, and he is a monster of a dude at 6'4" and 225 pounds. Snap a little high. Bino throws over the middle, incomplete, as he was looking for Cole Burniston, his receiver. That will bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Zach Bino, one of those guys for Football Ontario that had a great day at the Jamboree on Thursday night. Really was very impressive with his poise in the pocket out there beyond his ears.
Bino, you just look at him and he just screams quarterback potential with his frame and his arm strength. Still a little bit inexperienced, but you can imagine the future is bright for him. 2nd down and 10. And Team Canada will hand it off. Not much on the game, perhaps a yard for the Canadian squad. Running the football, Keon Edwards, the running back out of Toronto.
A good job that time by the defensive line of Team USA to, well, get through the blocks and be able to come up with the tackle. That time was James McCloskey, the defensive lineman from Ormond Beach, Florida.
3rd down and 9 for Team Canada. Bino under center. Movement on the line. Looked like the right tackle might have jumped for Team Canada, Daquan Blair.
Yeah, I think that's exactly who they're going to end up flagging here. Daquan Blair ended up hesitating a little bit, had a little bit of motion, and then everybody, it seemed like on the defensive line for Team USA, immediately pointed over, and were able to get that flag thrown.
5-yard penalty makes it 3rd and 14. Good chance for Team USA to force a punt from the Canadians on their opening possession. Bino out of the shotgun. Handoff and tackled in the backfield. Keon Edwards brought down by Team USA's Ryan Wheaton from Hillsborough, New Jersey.
Yeah, Ryan Wheaton that time just exploded through the offensive line and was able to bring down Edwards in the backfield for a loss. Just a good job of getting back there and then wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So with that, the Team Canada offense off the field. They will punt, and we'll have a chance to see Team USA for the first time this afternoon offensively. Back to retrieve the punt, David Shannon from Lake Mary, Florida. Whistles before the punt.
Shannon was one of the captains out at the coin toss. Looks like we're getting
I'm not sure exactly what that was, to be honest with you, Joe. The whistles blew before the punt.
Whistles blew before the punt, and now they're giving the ball to Team USA at the 13-yard line.
Well,
there was no flag. There was no explanation by the referee.
No, I'm sorry to say I totally missed that one. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Unless the only thing I could think of was that the ball was stripped by Team USA, but
it wasn't.
It wasn't. Yeah. So, well, nonetheless, a huge break for Team USA as they will start in terrific field position. Handoff on first down goes to Rob Funkhauser, and Funkhauser inside the 10-yard line down to the 9.
Yeah, Funkhauser, not the biggest guy out there, just 5'8", 143 pounds, but he runs with good bursts of speed, very quick back.
The quarterback is Christian Perez, a 6'1", 160-pounder from Belleville, Illinois. 2nd down and 6 for Team USA. Funkhauser stays in the backfield. 2 receivers split either way. It's Funkhauser with the handoff, and he might have gotten back to his line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that time just nothing was developing for Funkhauser. He tried to hang out behind the line a little bit to allow an extra beat or two before the block set up, but just nothing ended up happening. He got swallowed whole by that defensive line for Football Ontario.
3rd down and 6 for Team USA. So you get a terrific break having the ball inside the 15-yard line of Team Canada, but you have to make some plays offensively. And right now, facing a long 3rd down, Team USA trying to do just that. Same formation, Funkhauser to the left of his quarterback, who rolls out to the right, now looks downfield, throws for the end zone, incomplete as Perez's pass bounced off a receiver and out of bounds.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't the best place for Perez to try and throw that one. There was a lot of traffic in the area, as you can see here on the replay. A couple of Team Canada defenders, a couple of his own receivers in that vicinity as well. But what I liked on that play out of Perez was how he used his legs to roll out of the pocket, buy some extra time to the point where he could even think about throwing up that pass rather than ended up being brought down to the backfield. Good job using that athleticism.
Nicholas Skiba, who held the flag for Team USA during the national anthem, will attempt the field goal. 27-yard attempt on the way and good. So Nicholas Skiba puts Team USA on the board first with their opening possession as they take a 3-0 lead. 3-0. Team USA on top at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Doug Anderson, Joe.
It's all right. No, nobody's ever gotten it right.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Vasile. I know that. Why did I not know that?
Well, no,
Joe
it's all right. I've heard every possible pronunciation under the sun.
Should have written it down. Yeah, we shook hands for the first time this morning, and I'll have it by the end of the day. I promise you. By 10 o'clock tonight, we'll be in good shape. I promise you that.
If not, you're buying me dinner.
There you go. All right. Part of this broadcast is brought to you by Sports Authority, official sporting good provider of USA Football, as they have been gracious sponsors, along with Riddell, the official helmet and protective equipment partner of USA Football.
And speaking of the helmets in this game, the more astute viewers might have noticed that, well, of course, Team USA is wearing all the same type of helmets, the white helmets with the USA Football logo on the side, but Team Canada is wearing all different helmets. Well, those are the home helmets for the clubs that those players usually play for, a nice way that they're able to go out and kind of represent their local clubs that they all play for. And there is one player, I forget who it is, out on there for Canada, who's got a helmet that looks like the Cincinnati Bengals helmet. And so far, that's my leader in the clubhouse for favorite one.
That is a good look. Always nice to be able to represent your hometown as well as your country. As Skiba kicks it off, again a short kick to the 20-yard line. Fielded on the run across the 30, the 40-yard line now. Hunter Brown stays on his feet across midfield. Inside Team USA territory, out of bounds to the 33-yard line.
And we saw on that first drive was, on the first return from Team Canada, was some good coverage down the field on the short kickoff by Team USA. That time, though, Hunter Brown was able to find a big gap in the coverage down the field. And as you see here, he got a nice block set up, and you could get a lot of traffic there, and then had all of the backside of the field to run down. Was able to get all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Great job by Hunter Brown to put his team in excellent field position to start this drive. Zach Bino out of the shotgun, and whistles blow before the snap. And it looks like it is once again a false start against Team Canada. That raises the frustration level for Bino and company as they're knocking themselves back with penalties as opposed to being able to move the ball forward.
It looks like the false start penalty was on Nolan Cole that time, the center. You don't often see those penalties get called against him. And by the way, Nolan Cole is the one with the Bengal helmet.
There you go. If you look really hard, you can see it. He's the center for Team Canada, whose snap goes high over the head of Zach Bino, the quarterback. Whistles blow the play dead, but it's another false start penalty against Team Canada.
And this is just bad undisciplined football. Whenever you have this many false start penalties in this short of a time, in less than 4 minutes have come off the clock in this game. This is already their third false start penalty. That's unacceptable. Unless you're up in Seattle dealing with the 12th man, there's no excuse for this many false starts in this song. It's not that hard to know the cadence and then be able to stay still until you're ready to go.
So long first down facing Football Ontario. The 1st and 20 now. Bino looks one way, now the other, has nowhere to throw, so he will run and slide to a stop after about an 8-yard gain up near the 33-yard line. So almost back to the original line of scrimmage before the penalty flags knocked them back 10 yards.
Hey, good job there by Bino to recognize quickly that there was nothing down the field and that he had the open lane to run, and then doing that baseball slide that a lot of quarterbacks don't like to do so much, but is always recommended to make sure that he could avoid taking a big hit.
2nd and 11. Single setback. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Handoff up the middle, big hole, and nearing first down yardage for Team Canada. Jacob Savoni, the starting running back from LaSalle, found a nice hole through the middle of the Team USA defense.
Yeah, that time the offensive line making up for some of those penalties, opening up a big hole that time for Savoni to run through. And, well, if it wasn't for in the defensive backfield, Martin Soria for Team USA, he might have had quite a bit more yards to run.
He does pick up the first down on the effort, an 11-yard gain for the running back for Team Canada, Jacob Savoni. He stays in the backfield, and they'll go his way again. This time, not so much, as he is covered up, perhaps after a yard gained. A job by the Team USA defense that time to wrap up Savoni.
Yeah, it looked like it was Ronald Edwards, the linebacker from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, coming up with the tackle that time. Also being helped out by Ryan Wheaton on the defensive end, cleaning that one up. And it was a good job by the defense to read run immediately and then be able to swallow that one up.
2nd down and 10. Savoni stays in the backfield. 2 receivers split to the left. 1 man out wide on the right side. Handoff to Savoni. He runs right. Breaks a tackle inside the 20. Dives down to the 13-yard line. Good effort from Savoni as he had to shake off a tackle that was coming his way from Ronald Edwards, but still was able to run for some significant yardage.
Yeah, it was a good job by Savoni to utilize the stiff arm that time. Just stuck that left arm out there and used it to get some leverage on Edwards and to be able to break that tackle.
3rd and 1. Now 2 men in the backfield. I formation for Team Canada. Zach Bino looks to the sideline. And Bino will keep it. And at 6'4", 225 pounds, has a pretty easy time of moving the pile, the necessary yardage to pick up the first down.
Yeah, I mean 6'4", 225 is the kind of size that you look for in an NFL quarterback, not for a
not
quarterback
a guy
that's still in high school.
Just finished up a freshman season. Yeah, that's a little that's a little intimidating.
It certainly is. I wonder what he'll look like when he finally ends up filling out his frame. Certainly going to be an imposing guy down there under center.
Handoff, and through the middle, a couple of yards for Keon Edwards that time, as it's been Edwards and Savoni alternating on the carries for Team Canada. Now Savoni will check back in. Edwards will head to the sideline.
We're starting to see the little tandem between Edwards and Savoni. It was Edwards mostly on the first drive, Savoni up until, well, this point on this one. And, well, they seem to be a pretty effective 1-2 combo. Well, Savoni right now is having a little bit more success than Edwards.
Savoni in the single setback. 2 receivers on the right, 1 man on the left. Handoff, Savoni through the middle. Stopped at the 5-yard line and knocked back by the Team USA defense. Coming up from the bottom of the pile for Teams USA was James McCloskey, the defensive lineman from Ormond Beach, Florida.
And we've already said his name now a couple of times in this game. He's certainly making his mark here on this first quarter with some good aggressive plays from the linebacker position.
Big play coming up for Team USA's defense as Football Ontario's representatives of Team Canada have the ball, 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Bino drops back, fires one to the end zone. It's caught, and it's a touchdown for Team Canada. Terrific catch on the play by Joshua Palmer, a receiver out of Brampton, Ontario, and Team Canada takes an early 6-0 lead.
Yeah, that was a good ball thrown by Bino. He put it up where he knew that Palmer could go up and get it. Palmer, pretty tall guy at 6'2", showing some good leaping ability there, leaving his feet, not being afraid of the hit that was coming at the end of that one, and then obviously hanging on for the touchdown. Very pretty.
On to attempt the extra point, Blake Corey, a kicker from Toronto. His kick on the way, and it is good. 3:21 left first quarter, and Team Canada takes the lead as they go on top 7-3.
What does it take to become elite? It takes more than dedication, focus, and hard work. It takes an elite-level training program. Customized, sport-specific, online. Your perfect workout every time. That's Volt Athletics.
(7-3), Team Canada has a lead over Team USA in the 2015 International Bowl from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Second game of 4 here today at the home of the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk about the famous young men that have come through these programs and these games, Joe, and right there at the top of the list, you've got a Heisman Trophy winner. You've got 3 or 4 guys that could be in the first round of the NFL draft this year.
Yeah, certainly, and also a couple of guys with some exciting futures ahead of them in Charles Nelson at the University of Oregon, making some electric plays in the college football playoff. The first one that concluded right here at AT&T Stadium last week, and then also Michael Bennett, who won the national championship with Ohio State.
And you've got Samaje Perine, who at the University of Oklahoma is one of the top running backs in the Big 12, who last year in the under-19 game set a record for running the football here at the International Bowl. So certainly some distinguished alumni. Who knows who will be next on that list. A short kick taken at the 25-yard line by David Shannon. Shannon across the 40, shakes one man, now hit and dropped at the 40-yard line. Jesse Lakuta with the tackle on the play.
Yeah, talking about Perine, we were talking a little bit yesterday with a gentleman from Scout.com. He said that if he'd have been here last year to see Perine's explosion in the U19 game, he would have had him ranked a lot higher just because of this was kind of his coming out party is, oh, wow, this kid's really going to be something. And then he was able to continue that momentum into this season where he set the single-game rushing record in the NCAA.
Samaje Perine, part of a Oklahoma team coming back that hopes to do big things in the Big 12, but in the meantime, we pay attention to the young men that are on the field this afternoon, and certainly one of these young men could become a star of tomorrow after going through the program here with USA Football. A terrific program. We'll talk about it a little bit more at halftime, the developmental camps that take place, and all of the opportunities that exist for excellent coaching within this program that has become so popular across the country.
Yes, certainly. Also, a couple of guys have made it to the NFL as well out of this program that we haven't even gotten the opportunity to touch upon.
Team USA trying to score on their second possession of the ball game. They had a field goal to start the game. Handoff to start things off around the right side. Nice pickup to near midfield for Team USA. Isaac Barron, 5'10", running back out of Spring, Texas, played Klein Oak High School. That's down in the greater Houston area.
Yeah, and Isaac Barron also, as so many of these guys are on his high school team, a two-way player, finished the season with 10 sacks as well. And he's being utilized pretty much strictly as a running back here. Very good on both sides of the ball.
First down for Team USA as the ball spotted at their own 47-yard line. Quarterback in the game is Jalen Maiden, one of our impact players we spoke about before the start of this one. Young man from Saxe, as he is under pressure, now spun down at around the 44-yard line. Loss of 3 for Team USA as Josh Bush was in there for Team Canada.
And I don't know how well you guys can see this at home, but perhaps the thing that sticks out the most with Jalen Maiden is that he is wearing American flag socks.
He's going all the way with his support of Team USA. And you can see them there as you take a closer look. Those are some sharp socks. I like that.
I got to get me a pair.
Maiden hands it off. It's back to Barron, and Barron across midfield. Late penalty flag flies in as Isaac Barron takes the ball to Team Canada's 46-yard line.
Now we'll see what the penalty is. It kind of did fly in very late, right at the end. And we'll see whether this one is going to go against the defense. Yeah, going to be a face mask going against Team Ontario. So an extra 15 yards there for Team USA is, Barron ended up getting his face mask grasped as he went down to the ground by Hamza Kabir.
Automatic first down. Now the Team USA squad with the ball on the Football Ontario 31-yard line. The pistol formation. Hands it off to Barron. And Isaac Barron across the 30 to the 29. Picked up a couple. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Just good north-south running from Barron, who's kind of got that bowling ball type build. Very short and stocky, but he makes it work for him with some good powerful running. Also, has got the speed to go along with it.
Barron, one of many Texans who are playing in their home state today. Quarterback Maiden from Saxe and several others on the roster as well. Jack Topping, and off a defensive lineman from nearby Carrollton, a representative of the Lone Star State as well. Maiden has time, throws one over the middle. It's caught, 15-yard line, inside the 10. Randy Shannon down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that time Shannon was able to get some separation between himself and the defender supposed to be covering him, and he was able to make the catch on the nice crossing route and then turn it upfield, pick up the extra yards, and now it's a big 1st down and goal from the 1-yard line. Prime chance for Team USA to answer back with a touchdown of their own.
David Shannon very nearly got into the end zone on that one. His knee hit the ground at the 1-yard line, but it's a great opportunity for Team USA, 1st and goal.
Doesn't look like they've got to run a play here before the end of the 1st quarter, so yeah, it looks like they will let the clock run out before they start this goal line.
We will walk it 99 yards the other way, and as we begin the 2nd quarter in a moment, USA knocking on the door as they trail Team Canada 7-3.
Some people have to travel for work. Some people get to travel for work.
Free Wi-Fi! Pretty sweet! Hey, you look like you could use a pick-me-up. You want a macchiato? I think we can expense it.
Sometimes it's the little things that make a big difference. Courtyard. Make room for a little fun.
Love to get a round of golfing while we're out here. Did you bring your sticks?
The icon of the game. The icon of competition. The icon of athleticism. The icon of fandom. The icon of the future. The future of football is now.
Starting the 2nd quarter from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Doug Anderson, Joe Vasile with you for the International Bowl 2015. Team USA versus representatives from Team Canada. Right now it's the under-16 squad for Team USA against Football Ontario, representing the great nation to the north. Team Canada with a touchdown to take a 7-3 lead in that 1st quarter, but Team USA knocking on the door. It's 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Part of our broadcast this afternoon brought to you by St. Vincent Sports Performance, the official sports medicine partner of the U.S. national team, and also CVS Minute Clinic, the official sports physical provider of USA football. I want to thank those folks for being a part of our presentation this afternoon. Team USA has moved the ball effectively, Joe. There's been two different quarterbacks in the game to do it. Both of them have been effective. You have Jalen Maiden in the game right now, Christian Perez on the earlier drive. Handoff to the middle of the field we go, and to the touchdown for Ryan Ellis, running back out of Corona, California, as he has an easy 1-yard plunge.
Yeah, it's not going to get much easier than that for Ellis. As you're going to see here on the replay, took the handoff from Maiden, got into the end zone untouched.
And with the run, Team USA taking a 9-7 lead. Will try to make it a 3-point game off the leg of Skiba.
Check that. I stand corrected upon seeing the replay. He was touched, but it was by Chase Aarons, his own offensive lineman.
Nicholas Skiba with the extra point. Makes it a 10-7 ball game as we start the second quarter here from AT&T Stadium. Team USA on top by 3. (10-7) Team USA leading Team Canada in the second quarter of this ball game from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. This is the under-16 national team for Team USA, taking on the team from Football Ontario out of Canada. Nicholas Skiba will kick the ball away for Team USA. Back to receive it for the Canadians, Joshua Palmer. Kick will sail to the 16-yard line. Palmer will take it there. And across the 25 to the 28-yard line, where Team Canada will set up.
Good tackle made on special teams by Jake Galley, the Arlington, Virginia native. Up there near our nation's capital, representing his country here today.
Have a
looks like we had a
penalty
flag down, yeah.
on the kick.
Offside.
Yep.
Was Garrett Porterfield, who was a little bit out in front.
Offsides on the kick, mark it back, and Team USA will have to kick again. That gives Team Canada a great chance at some pretty nice field position if they can capitalize on the kick.
Yeah, and especially remember from what we've seen so far in from Skiba on the kickoffs, they haven't all been very deep at all. So if he booms another short one here, it could be very good for Team Ontario.
Skiba, right-footed kicker, will boot it from the 30. This time he squibs it downfield, taken at the 25 by Palmer. Palmer runs right and being chased and dragged down. A terrific special teams coverage by Martin Soria to make the tackle on Palmer.
Yeah, Soria was one of the captains of this team going out for the coin toss and just got down the field in a flash that time and was able to drag Palmer down after he had gotten up to about the 30, then forced him back a yard before he ended up bringing him down here. Actually brought it across the 30, as you see there in the replay, where he went back a couple yards. Good play on special teams, like you said, by Soria.
Only about a 4-yard return for Palmer. And Team Canada trailing by 3. So far it's been all Zach Bino at quarterback, and that continues to be the case. Handoff. Nothing doing in the middle of the field as Team USA able to collapse on the running back Keon Edwards.
Yeah, it looked like a couple of defensive linemen in on that stop. James McCloskey along with Ryan Wheaton coming in and making the stop that time for Team USA, just blowing up the defensive line. First hit, though, was had upon replay by James McCloskey.
Just about 11 minutes remaining in the first half. Second down and 10. Bino under center. A single setback. Will take the handoff. That's Edwards. And Edwards to the 29, perhaps the 30-yard line. Will pick up another yard, but that is all, as this defensive line for Team USA standing tall against the challenge.
Yeah, and that's what we've seen so far is the Team USA defensive line has won the battle of the trenches in this one. They've been getting good penetration against this Canada offensive line. And, you know, that was something that in the Jamboree when Team Ontario was going up against the U16 team, they were able to control the line of scrimmage very well. Now, against a little bit tougher competition in the U16 team, they haven't nearly had the same success.
Long third down facing Team Canada. And a penalty flag thrown from the back judge. A delay of game penalty against the boys in red. So what was 3rd and 9 becomes 3rd and 14. And a tough spot for Team Ontario.
Yeah, and again, it's the lack of focus that's killing them on that one. They had the false starts earlier, now the delay of game penalty. Preventable mistakes, and I'm sure my Pee-wee coach is going crazy hearing me say that false starts are easy mistakes to fix, but they are, and just a lack of focus is killing this team right now offensively.
Empty set, 5 receivers, pass complete to Palmer at the 30 up to the 35-yard line, and Palmer goes out of bounds around the 36, shy of the first down.
It was good job just to pick up a couple of yards that time by Team Ontario to throw the little out route, give themselves a little extra breathing room to help keep trying to play the field position game. But now they've got to punt it away anyway, and it's going to be pretty good field position most likely for Team USA, unless for some reason they blow the punt dead and just decide to give it to Team USA like they did the last time.
Still wondering about that call.
That was honestly the most bizarre thing I think I've ever seen on a football field. There was no explanation given. That's really what got me. Oh, I think I know what it was.
Low line drive, punt, in and out of the hands of the return man, Benjamin Lynch, and Lynch goes down at the 30-yard line. He bobbled the punt, wasn't able to really pick up a return, and that allowed Team Canada to come in and make the special teams play.
And I think that after seeing that last punt, I think I just solved the riddle of what happened the last time.
Well, do tell.
You see, when the punter went down to catch the ball, Corey, he kind of got down close to one knee, and what probably happened was he caught the punt, and then his knee hit the ground the first time, as it nearly did on that one as well, though he was able to keep it off the turf and get the punt off. But good coverage down the field by Team Canada.
Want to remind you to check out the scene on social media for International Bowl 2015, the hashtag IB2015, and you can follow along on Twitter at USA Football, also USNFT, and at USA_football as well. All kinds of ways to stay involved on social media with what's happening here this weekend in Arlington.
When you get away from smartphones and video games and tablets, it's amazing what you can really plug into. This season, shop the brands you love, plus thousands of items on sale now. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
Team USA leads Team Canada by 3 at the International Bowl, 8:36 remaining in the first half. The under-16 national team for the United States against Football Ontario out of Canada. And the Americans with a big run up the middle to start this drive as Ryan Ellis picks up a first down.
Yeah, it's a good job there by Ellis, just taking the inside handoff, making the cut back towards the middle of the field, but also good blocking down the field by the offensive lineman. And that, of course, was number 60, Chase Aarons, who was getting down to that second level just the way you're taught to do it. You chip the guy at the line of scrimmage, you take him out of the play, and then you get down and you seal off the linebacker, and that's exactly what Aarons did.
New quarterback in the game, Mason McLaughlin, as he hands it off to Ellis. Ellis bounces to the left, up near midfield, tackled at the 48-yard line. McLaughlin, a 6'1", 150-pounder from Huntersville, North Carolina, plays at South Lake Christian.
A couple players on these U.S. national teams from Huntersville, North Carolina. Seems to be a town that at least sent a lot of guys over to those regional development camps, got them on these teams.
Second down and 6. And it will be McLaughlin keeping it. This time hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss of about 3.
Yeah, it was Jordan Arruda that time getting in and making the stop in the backfield. Arruda, pretty big kid, 6'1", 225 out of Burlington, Ontario.
So third down and 9 facing Team USA now. Clock ticks, under 7 minutes to play in the first half. This game has been played at a little bit slower pace than the earlier game we saw between the select team from Team USA and the EFAF team, the International Federation of American Football. Pass to the far side of the field, caught. McLaughlin finds Matt Carr for the reception. Shy of the first down, but a nice pickup into Team Canada territory.
Yeah, and that's not exactly the type of pass you want to throw on that route. That one just kind of hung up there, and Carr had to wait for that one to kind of float over to him for a while. Not exactly the prettiest ball thrown, but it was certainly effective, although it didn't pick up all the yardage that Team USA needed.
So on fourth down and 2, Team USA to punt. Nicholas Skiba will be the punter. He is also the place kicker for Team USA. Young man out of Clover, South Carolina. And a penalty flag flies before the snap. Delay of game penalty against Team USA.
Actually, they're going to say it was an illegal substitution. The play clock had gone all the way down to 0 anyway, so it would have been a penalty either way against Team USA. As they realized they only had 10 players on the field and had to get an 11th on. Now they're going to call a timeout and get things sorted out.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion for Team USA, and we'll take the timeout as well. Team USA 10, Team Canada 7.
So it seems whether we're talking about Olympic athletes or middle school and high school athletes, the foundation is the same. We want to remove dysfunction and then build upon their sport-specific movements to allow them to function at a very high level on and off the field.
Oh yeah, that's going down. Oh, yeah, let's get some rocks back.
Health can change in a minute. So CVS Health is changing healthcare, making it more accessible and affordable, with walk-in medical care, no appointments needed, and most insurance accepted. Minute Clinic, another innovation from CVS Health, because health is everything.
Team USA facing fourth down as they lead 10-7 in the International Bowl from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Skiba takes the snap, his kick, a high floater downfield, fielded at the 18 where the return man was popped. A penalty flag flies. The Receiver on the punt, Jesse Uketa, and he was hit as soon as he caught the ball.
And they're going to throw the flag. I believe it's for a fair catch interference, but I think that time Jordan Gallegos got pushed into him, and I think that's what referees are talking about right now. Looks like they're just going to pick this one up, but we'll wait and see. And that is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to wave it off as I say correctly that Gallegos got pushed in. The referee who threw the flag didn't have the greatest angle. He was just able to see Gallegos end up plowing right into him.
So no foul for Team USA, and it turns into a great special teams play for Gallegos as Team USA pins the Canadian squad inside their own 20-yard line. Bino under center again as he fires one over the middle. It's caught near midfield, and breaking a tackle on his way to the end zone is Palmer. Joshua Palmer scoring for Team Canada on an 82-yard connection between himself and Zach Bino.
Yeah, we're going to take another look at the replay here. Just a beautiful spiral on that deep ball thrown by Zach Bino. And then all Palmer had to do was slip one tackle at midfield and seemingly had no trouble just throwing up the stiff arm right into Gallegos' face mask and then was home free pretty much from that point. Just a great catch and run by Palmer on that play. And, well, you're seeing some explosive offense out of Team Ontario.
Joshua Palmer, a 6'2", 172-pound receiver out of Brampton, Ontario. His touchdown trying to be followed up by the extra point, but a bad snap. It's bobbled, and Team USA will jump on the football and the holder on the play. That was Owen Clement. There's a penalty flag down at about the 5-yard line.
We'll wait and see what this is. Looks like they're going to call the kicking teams back out onto the field. It's going to be an offside going against Team USA.
Boy, a bad snap, and you walk away with a break there if you're Team USA, but now a penalty gives Team Canada a chance to do it all over again as they've taken a 13-10 lead in this ball game.
Yeah, what great luck for Team Canada, too. Now, you've botched the snap, and now, though, you get the chance to hit the reset button and try again after the offside penalty.
The kicker is Blake Corey, and it's another bad snap, and there's nowhere to go. The holder, Owen Clement, tried to swirl around and put the ball down in time for Corey to kick it, but just not enough time to do anything with it.
Yeah, and the good play there was not to try and kick that one, because then if it gets blocked, the USA can pick it up and return it for 2 points. The good play would just be to fall on that one to make sure that that doesn't happen, and that's what ended up happening there for Team Canada.
Team USA will get the ball back in a moment. They trail 13-10.
We play for this. It's our country. It's our sport. Let them keep getting up. They gonna keep knocking it down. Let them get back out. So we're to play, man. I die for my country. I die for all y'all. I die for my family. All them here to watch me. Let them go.
13-10, Team Canada leading Team USA in Game 2 of 4 this afternoon from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Doug Anderson, Joe Vasile with you on ESPN3 this afternoon. A great atmosphere and a great event taking place this week. The International Bowl featuring players from all over the world coming to play here at AT&T Stadium. And one of the highlights really has to be coming to this stadium for some of these young men who have only maybe seen it on television, only heard things about how big, how impressive it is to be able to come and play on this field that the Dallas Cowboys play on and see just how big this place is and how impressive it is. I think has to be a highlight for their week here.
I certainly think it's got to do, yeah, it would be the highlight of my month, maybe even year, if I got the chance to take the field there. Here at AT&T Stadium. What a thrill. There's still some confetti, even that's falling still from the national championship. That's how long ago that game took place. And, of course, though, once you get on the field, it's all about taking care of business.
And Team USA trying to do just that. David Shannon with the return across the 35 up to the 37-yard line. Shannon scored Team USA's only touchdown in this game.
Seen a couple of big pass plays going out for both of these teams. Of course, the Shannon touchdown, he had one that was just a little bit before that set up that score.
That was actually what I was thinking about. He actually had the ball down at the 1-yard line. That set up the score for Team USA. Now he's trying to get in the end zone himself. In the meantime, there's a penalty flag thrown before the snap.
Play clock is down at 0. Looks like it is going to be a delay of game this time.
That has been a problem for several teams. I think not only tonight but last night in the game that was held last night, you had just a lot of delay of game penalties, perhaps because everybody's new and everybody's trying to get on the same page. Maybe it's a little hard to execute the play in a timely manner.
Yeah, it certainly is. Not only being able to relay those plays in on time and then being able to make whatever adjustments you need to make at the line of scrimmage.
Christian Perez back in at quarterback for Team USA. Hands it off to Rob Funkhauser, and Funkhauser across the 30 to the 31-yard line. No gain on that play. Bring up 2nd down and 15. Under 5 minutes to play in this first half.
Funkhauser from Danville, California, went to San Ramon Valley High School. This past year totaled over 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns, too.
He stays in the backfield with Perez. 3 receivers to the right, and that's where Perez looks. He'll throw it complete across the 35 and up to the 39-yard line. Team USA's Benjamin Lynch near the 40 with a nice gain on that play of 9 yards, but it will be still shy of the first down.
All right, nothing wrong with that play. Just a little pass out to the flat, and then Lynch got a nice block set up for him on the outside by his teammate coming across that time, and I believe that was Shannon coming across and setting the edge there, allowing him to make the cut back to the inside, pick up a few extra yards.
3rd and 6. Again, they'll send 3 receivers to the right of Perez, 1 man on the left. Perez under pressure, in trouble, trying to run away from the pursuit, picks up a nice block from Funkhauser, looks downfield, and will run it across the 40, sliding out of bounds near the 42-yard line. Won't pick up a first down, but terrific athleticism from Christian Perez to keep that play alive after it looked like he was going to be taken down for a sack.
You know, that play reminded me of back in the beginning of Michael Vick's career. He was unstoppable to play with in the Madden video games. All you had to do was run backwards, get the entire defense chasing after you, and then turn it up the field. And that's exactly what Perez did right there. He ran backwards about 20 yards before cutting it up. He only gained about a yard on the play, but what a job.
It will bring up 4th and 4. Low snap, and Skiba will punt away. Rolling kick goes out of bounds around the 25-yard line. Spotted officially at the 26, so Team Canada will take over there with 3:10 left in the first half.
This is where games are played, where friendships are forged, where kids come to have fun. This is where coaches teach fundamentals, where respect is both learned and earned, and memories last long after the clock reaches 0. This is USA football.
Team Canada with the football. 3 minutes left in the first half. And Zach Bino hands off, going nowhere. That was Edwards, who was tackled on the play by Team USA's Nigel Martin out of Ackworth, Georgia.
Yeah, good job by Martin getting in there, as well as Jack Topping. Another Texas kid in there from Carrollton.
Second down and 11 for Football Ontario. Bino out of the pistol formation. He looks to his right, now throws back across his body to the left. Pass is caught, but it's immediately stopped on the play, and there's the defense of Garrett Porterfield to make the stop on the receiver.
Yeah, Garrett Porterfield just put an absolute lick that time in the Charlottesville, Virginia native. Went to Monticello High School and coming up with a big shot that time. That's about as big as a hit as we've seen all week.
And that brings up 3rd and 16. Bino will go under center. He's got Joshua Palmer to his left. Those two hooked up on a big play earlier in the ball game. Instead, he'll hand off, and the carry going nowhere as the Team USA defense clogged the middle that time. That was Savino with the attempt, or Savoni, I should say, Jacob Savoni on the carry, but he was quickly stopped by Team USA's defense.
Yeah, it looked like it was Jake Golly, the linebacker from Arlington, Virginia, getting in there and making the big stop that time, forcing this play. It's going to be about a 4th and 20 after that loss of 4 yards.
They call timeout, and we'll take it with them. 1:35 remaining in the first half.
Football, it's life to me. It teaches us so many things.
The relationships, the friendships.
The proper fundamentals.
Learn how not to quit, not to give in.
Discipline, and you talk about hard work.
It's about shared sacrifice.
Being a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Toughness, communication, understanding how to win, how to lose, how to prepare.
Fundamentals of life.
Getting up when you're knocked down. Cooperation and teamwork.
It's about doing things the right way with integrity. Work ethic, camaraderie.
Above all, it's teaching the teamwork aspect, the selflessness.
That's football to me.
Doug Anderson, Joe Vasile with you from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. International Bowl 2015 on ESPN3. The under-16 national team for Team USA taking on Football Canada's squad from Football Ontario this afternoon. Canadians with a 13-10 lead. They hold the football, facing a 4th and 20 with 1:35 remaining in the first half. Good snap, and the punt away. It will bounce across midfield, take a terrific bounce for Team Canada. Fielded by Benjamin Lynch back at the 35-yard line. He's forced out of bounds there. And Team USA with a little bit of time on the clock, 1:24 and 1 timeout remaining. They can march downfield and perhaps tie this ball game up with a field goal or even score a touchdown here.
Yeah, that was an ugly-looking punt. It ends up going for 49 yards, though, just because of that roll that it ended up taking. Sometimes you better be lucky than good, and, well, that time, Team Canada benefiting from that. And like you said, though, now, Team USA with an off chance to drive it down the field if they can get it down quickly. Jalen Maiden back in at quarterback.
Maiden has 3 receivers to his left, 1 man on the right, and in the backfield, Isaac Barron, who takes the handoff and picks up a couple. Isaac Barron has been the workhorse this afternoon for Team USA's running game. Young man who measures in at 5'10", 212 pounds from Spring, Texas. There's a timeout on the field, and this one will be called Canada as they seek to stop the clock, perhaps looking at an outside shot of getting the ball back before the end of the first half.
Yeah, I like it. It shows some good confidence in your defense that they're going to be able to come up with the stop here and, well, be able to, like you said, get the ball back and maybe get a Hail Mary or 2 in there.
What does it take to become elite? It takes more than dedication, focus, and hard work. It takes an elite-level training program. Customized, sport-specific, online. Your perfect workout every time. That's Volt Athletics.
(13-10) is the score. Team Canada on top. Team USA with the football. 2nd down and 8 for the Americans as Jalen Maiden operates at quarterback for Team USA. Out of the gun, drops back, under pressure, looking downfield, finding nothing, and he goes down. Sack on the play made by Jordan Arruda, and that will bring up another Team Canada timeout as now they find themselves in a position to really have a chance to get the ball back with time to operate here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, what we've seen out of Arruda so far, he's been very effective in the pass rush.
1 timeout for each team. 1:07 remaining in this first half. Team USA already today with 1 victory under their belt as the select team earlier here at AT&T Stadium beat the international team by a score of 20-15. Come from behind victory there. So now if you look at USA against the world, of the 6 games that will be played in this celebration of football, we've got 2 in the books already, and it's an even 1-1 for Team USA and the international teams.
Yeah, and last year as well in the 6 games that were played, it was an even 3-3. So it's been very evenly matched here at this level, and certainly it's been a very good distance as far as that between these international teams and everything else. Is we'll take one more look at to right now is the difference in the game. That big 82-yard touchdown pass earlier in the game from Zach Bino to Joshua Palmer. And, well, like we said, right now, that's the difference in the game.
Big play from Bino to Palmer, and it has Team Canada on top, 13-10. A lot of Canadian fans here at AT&T Stadium this afternoon, along with several fans, hundreds of which are supporting Team USA as well. Big play coming up here, 3rd and 12 for the United States. Maiden runs out, looks downfield, throws it incomplete as he was trying to find Kyle Bludeau on the reception, and that will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Bilodeau that time had that one go off his hands. The tight end rolling out towards the sideline, and Maiden that time his momentum just caused that one to have what they call in baseball a little arm side run and just went right away from Bilodeau as he was trying to chase it down.
So with that, Team USA will punt, and that will give the ball back to Team Canada with about a minute remaining in this first half, and Team Canada with a timeout. So certainly they are looking at the prospect of being able to add to their 13-10 lead. Skiba with a nice snap. Punt might have gotten slightly deflected as it was short and went out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They'll move it up even farther than that after the official spot around the 41. So a very short punt. Team Canada with great field position starting on Team USA's 41-yard line with 54 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, and that bad punt was kind of set up by a little bit of trickery from Team Canada. We've seen all game long and throughout really all of these games so far is in the punt return game, they'll usually send 2 guys back. That time Team Canada sent just 1 guy back, which meant they had 11 guys all rushing in, and that put the extra pressure on Skiba.
Bino under pressure, goes down across midfield. They'll officially spot him at Team USA's 49-yard line, but give the credit on that one to Jack Topping for being able to come in and make the play on Zach Bino.
Yeah, Topping did a good job that time of just shedding his blocker and getting in quickly on Bino.
Back to the action quickly as Team Canada throws the ball out into the flat. Hunter Brown, the receiver there, to move it across the 45 down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and after the pocket collapsed kind of quickly on Bino on the last play, they go right to a very quick screen, just get the ball out of there as fast as you possibly can, and then they got some blocking set up, which allowed Brown to pick up all of the sack yardage back and then a little bit more.
27 seconds remaining in the half. Team Canada still holding on to their timeout. As Bino goes to the gun, he's got 3 receivers on his right, 2 men to the left in an empty backfield. Penalty flag as it might be offsides against Team USA. Bino rolls out, looks downfield, throws it incomplete, almost intercepted by Randy Wright, the third for Team USA, but I don't know that it would have mattered because I think we might have offsides against Team USA here.
Yeah, that time it looked like Cameron Flowers jumped across the line early, and so that was just a free play there for Team Canada. And so even if that one was intercepted, wouldn't have mattered. But, well, Bino did the right thing. He figured, why not take the shot down the field when you've got the free play because of the offside penalty.
16 seconds remain in the first half. Team Canada now 3rd and 3 with the ball spotted at Team USA's 34-yard line. Bino out of the gun, empty backfield. Pressure's on. Sacked, and down he goes back at the 48-yard line. Tremendous play by Cole Fries, as he is able to come in and make the play on Zach Bino. Tremendous rush from this defensive line of Team USA.
Yeah, Fries was able to get right in the backfield, make the big sack. Also, in on some of the pressure, he didn't get credit for anything, was Harley Dodd coming in from the opposite side, but it was Fries who got there first for the second sack of this series, and a big one for Team USA to make sure that Canada couldn't get anything going here in the waning seconds of this first half.
And a timeout with just seconds remaining in this first half.
Some people have to travel for work.
Hi there! Looks like you've had a long day. Pull up a crate.
Some people get to travel for work.
Really looking forward to this spinach salad. It's got quinoa in it.
Sometimes it's the little things that make a big difference. Courtyard, make room for a little fun.
It's wireless. You like reggae?
3 seconds remaining in this first half. Team Canada up by 3, 13-10. Doug Anderson and Joe Vasile with you this afternoon from AT&T Stadium. And one more play left in the half for Team Canada. Got the big arm of Zach Bino in at quarterback. He's out of the gun. Wouldn't be surprised if they throw one for the end zone here just to see what happens. Bino drops back, rolls from the pocket. Now pump fake. He'll bring it down, run it out of bounds at the 39-yard line, and that will be the final play of the first half. So after 24 minutes of football, Team Canada 13, Team USA 10. We're back with our halftime portion of the program here in a moment on ESPN3.
USA Football was created to lead the development of the sport, to provide leadership to a fragmented landscape and take responsibility to strengthen the game's foundation. Since 2002, when the NFL and the NFL Players Association established USA Football as an independent nonprofit, we've united the sport. We made sure that everyone, from players and coaches to parents and officials, have access to the best resources. We offer dynamic player camps and exciting digital tools centered on football fundamentals so players and coaches get the best education and training. And as the sport's national governing body, we establish national teams. And because we believe every child with an interest in tackle or flag should be able to play, we have distributed more than $5 million in equipment, almost $500,000 to build quality fields. Simply, football has set new standards for excellence in teaching, organizing, and advancing youth football. So what's next? What's the next 10 years look like? Heads Up Football is a new approach the NFL and USA Football are embarking on to change the culture of this sport. It's America's favorite sport. We need to be the guardians of the game. We need to protect this. Heads Up Tackling is addressing that issue.
USA Football, thank goodness for it. This is extremely important.
Never has there been a greater responsibility for coaches to get it right, to be educated, to be consistent, to get the right training, and to teach the right technique.
USA Football is committed to teaching every coach how to train their players to become better tacklers.
First, we're going to teach you how to properly tackle. Get the head out of the tackle. Then we're going to work with you to reduce helmet contacts in practices, called levels of contact. These two things are married together.
Heads-up tackling is the best way for a young player to be a really good tackler.
Heads-up football is an exciting program. It's going to help the football game in great ways. We want to make sure and support it.
All coaches have to face this responsibility because ultimately they're telling these young players what is right and what is wrong.
This is the first time that anyone's ever taken a comprehensive approach to this complex problem. It starts with online coaching education program, the only nationally accredited program that's available for youth football today. But the next step is a checks and balance. Now we get the heads-up safety director, someone that USA Football will personally train, that will be there at every single club across the country to ensure that they are teaching proper tackling, that they're using the proper practice plans, that they're making sure they're creating a better, safer environment for every one of the players that are participating. So now parents can be confident that they have a heads-up football director as well as coaches that are properly trained. Now they're going to see and they're going to learn with the coaches. This is how you properly fit equipment. This is how you properly teach tackling. This is concussion management. We're going to give the confidence to the parents and ultimately the players that now there is a changed culture.
The head must come out of football. You can be tough, you have to be tough to play football, but no one has a tough brain. And so the right thing to do is to take the head out of the game.
And I'm proud that USA Football can deliver this and ultimately look parents in the eye and say, we're going to provide a better, safer experience for your children.
Early in the morning on February 1st, the banquet room of the Austin Marriott South fills with anticipation for the USA Football Signing Day breakfast. It is a day circled on the calendar of all hopeful players, the chance to decide where they will play next.
I hope that you definitely pause to reflect on this moment. I mean, the fact that you've earned this, you need to pause and reflect on this opportunity, this setting, this room. This is an incredibly special moment. And the opportunity to be here today to take that next big leap, as you said, the start of your next chapter in your lives is very, very special.
But in a quiet room down the hall, it is a fax machine that brings to completion a dance that began months ago. More than 50 players from the game signed their letters of intent at the largest event of its kind in the nation.
This is everything I ever hoped for. You know, ever since I was a kid, you know, looking at the older guys, Rivals.com, Scott.com, the top-ranked players, you know, it feels good to be one of the players that say that you're top, you're number one. So, I mean, it feels good.
It was awesome, man. I'm telling everybody congratulations, and I'm kind of excited. I'm waiting for me to sign.
The media crush is inevitable. It is a step that every great college player once took, and the significance of such is evident on the faces of all involved.
And the road to that signing day for many players starts with the regional development camps that take place with USA Football. We've got several coming up here in the month of February, February 21st and 22nd, Phoenix, Arizona, Austin, Texas. Then at the end of February, the 28th and March 1st, Los Angeles, California, Tampa, Florida. In March, camps in Houston, Jacksonville, the Bay Area in California, San Francisco and Oakland, Dallas, Texas, Washington, D.C., and Charlotte, North Carolina. And then beyond March and into April and May, the camps will continue in places like Mission Viejo, California, Nashville, Tennessee, Boston, Atlanta, Seattle, Baltimore, Chicago, Denver, Minneapolis, you name it. Camps all across the country. A chance for your kids to get involved in USA Football and what it's all about. These regional development camps are where the journey begins for players to make it to this event, the International Bowl 2015 and beyond. And so if you want to get involved in that, usafootball.com is the place to visit. Well, last year, a great event for the International Bowl in 2014. Several big-time players put on a show for the fans and for coaches alike. And let's take a look back at what happened International Bowl 2014.
Hello and welcome to the USA Football Jamboree live from AT&T Stadium. Back to pass, wide open in the end zone, touchdown USA. Sweep to the outside and an excellent defensive play. Drive up the middle, but there he is again, Colton Beebe. Ferguson with an excellent throw to DeJohn Rogers. And that is complete down the sideline. Play fake, Aponte to his right. Beautiful pass, catch at the 5, into the end zone, touchdown Lynch. Coming through the backfield and causing a fumble. It is scooped up by Team USA, and it will go all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ryan Wheaton. And down the right sideline, Kamari Murray, the 5'10", 150-pound receiver from Bishop McNamara High School in White Plains, Maryland, for the touchdown.
He made it with some room to run. He's got it, only the kicker to beat. Cuts it to the outside, the kicker dives, he keeps his feet in bounds, and Maiden's gonna run this one into the end zone.
Nelson at the 11. Nelson is off to the races and will not be caught.
Watch out. It looks like we're going in fast forward, ladies and gentlemen. That is true to life speed from Charles Nelson.
USA looking for some final punctuation on tonight's win over Canada.
Taking a look at our halftime recap for Team USA. Isaac Barron with 4 carries for 81 yards. Nigel Martin with 3 tackles on the afternoon so far. And let's take a look also from Team Canada, Zach Bino with 103 yards passing, couple of touchdowns. His biggest one was a connection with Joshua Palmer, 82 yards for a TD. Part of Palmer's big day, 3 catches, 98 yards, and a couple of scores.
Yeah, I got to say the one thing that I've been the most impressed with, at least on the Canada side of things, has been Zach Bino and just the poise that he has shown in the pocket as a quarterback. He just looks like a quarterback. He plays the position like a quarterback, and of course that's redundant because he is a quarterback, but he looks like Central Casting's version of a quarterback. He does everything right, and you can tell that with some more seasoning and with some more experience, he could turn out to be a very special player down the road. And as far as Team USA has gone, they've kind of rotated in a stable of quarterbacks and running backs. Barron has really been the one that's looked the best out of all of the running backs. Look to see a little bit more of him in the second half.
Well, certainly we will hope to see more of Barron and more of the rest of the Team USA offense as they trail by 3 to Canada, 13-10. Back with the second half momentarily.
This is where games are played, where friendships are forged, where kids come to have fun, and character takes shape. This is where coaches teach fundamentals, where respect is both learned and earned, where entire communities come together, where the game happens once a week, but the lessons learned last a lifetime. This is where the name on the front of the jersey matters more than the one on the back, where champions are made in the fourth quarter, and memories last long after the clock reaches 0. This is USA Football.
Somewhere along the way, we all fell in love with the game of football, and there's probably reasons why, and it's probably wise to go back and think about why you loved it so much, and make sure that you keep the fun element in it. You know, if it's just only about winning a championship at the 8, 9, 10-year-old level, and you're only going to play certain guys and all that kind of thing, it's probably going to be tough for everybody really to get to the point where they really love the game. And so I'm not saying don't try to win or anything like that, but just be mindful that all these kids develop at different times in their lives, and if you kill the love for the game that they might be special at when they're little, you never know what you might have had.
about ready to start the second half of the under-16 national teams matchup against Team Canada. This is USA Football on ESPN3 this afternoon. Doug Anderson, Joe Vasile with you. And after already watching one Team USA victory in the first game of today's festivities, the select team beating the international team 20-15, Team USA with a little bit of work to do in the second half to win in this ball game over Team Canada. But that first victory was a come-from-behind win, so perhaps Team USA has it in them to do it again in this game.
Yeah, it certainly would be an interesting trend if both of these games end up becoming come-from-behind victories. Really, no matter who pulls it out, still a very tight contest. Only 3 points here at the half, the same as the first game on our slate was. A very close game at the halftime. As both teams have now filed out of the locker room, getting set for half number 2 of play. And well, we kind of touched on this a little bit. We were talking about the halftime recap, some of the stats for Team USA. Expect to see a little bit more out of that Isaac Barron, Jalen Maiden combination at running back and quarterback. It seemed like the offense for Team USA was clicking on all cylinders with those guys in. Not that Christian Perez wasn't doing a fine job himself. He certainly was. But things just seem to be going a little bit better with Maiden in there.
And we will see if it is Maiden as we get ready to start the second half. Team Canada has gone the distance with their quarterback, Zach Bino, 6'4", 225-pounder, who hails from Hamilton, Ontario. He has a big arm. He showed it off. 82-yard touchdown pass to Joshua Palmer. A couple of other big plays as well. Exciting for them to be able to represent their home province, Ontario, here for Team Canada at the International Bowl. And one thing that you pointed out in that first half that I've enjoyed looking at are the different helmets for the Canadian team, as they all wear their home helmet from their own school and with the same uniform for Team Canada from Football Ontario.
Yeah, it is a nice little touch on those uniforms to not only be representing their province, representing their country, but also to be representing each of their individual hometowns as well.
On the other hand, you have Team USA decked out in the Riddell Team USA helmet, which is a sharp helmet. You don't see many better looking helmets than what Team USA has, and it's got the white primary color with the red and blue stripes down the middle and the USA logo on the side. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it's simple, it's clean, I like it. Sometimes when you try and get a little bit too fancy, it ends up not looking good, or it looks a little bit too gaudy and over the top. This is nice, understated, classy.
Team USA will receive the kick to start the second half. Back deep to retrieve it for Team USA, David Shannon, as the ball will head to the opposite side of the field. Diving on it is Giovanni Pierre out of Somerville, Massachusetts.
Yeah, that time it was just like a little, you don't want to call it a pooch kick, but he kind of just like in golf when you're hitting a pitch, it's kind of just what he did. He kind of pitched that one down, and Pierre was expecting that one to take a bounce and then have it go out of bounds, but when it hit the ground, it just kind of knuckled right there, and Pierre had to leap on top of it to make sure, because it was a live ball, and that Canada couldn't recover.
Team USA will start from their own 33-yard line, and it is Perez at quarterback. He'll hand it off, hit at the line of scrimmage, and being dropped for no gain, Ryan Ellis, the running back out of Corona, California. Team Canada's defense coming to play here in the second half to start things off. One Canadian player losing his helmet, that's Kyle Baker, who will have to take a play off. He'll come to the sideline.
And of course, these games being played under NCAA rules for the most part, with the exception of 12-minute quarters. So all other rules are like you would see here in the United States college games. So pass interferences are 15 yards instead of spot fouls. You only have to get 1 foot in instead of 2, and if your helmet comes off, you got to come off.
Perez with the run up to the 34, maybe the 35-yard line. Christian Perez from Belleville, Illinois, St. Louis High School.
I've seen Perez make some pretty athletic plays behind there at quarterback. That one, just your regular run-of-the-mill kind of read option. He takes it up the middle, but remember, a couple of times early on in this game using his legs to scramble and evade some pressure. Certainly a guy who is a running threat.
3rd down and 8. And Perez looks to his left to see 3 receivers. Now throws that way. Sideline, out of bounds the throw goes as he was trying to hook up with Benjamin Lynch. And that will bring up 4th down for Team USA.
So, of course, that means the punting unit coming out. A 3-and-out forced here by Team Canada on their first defensive stand. A good start for them here in this second half. And now they've got the chance to get the ball back and try to expand their lead a little bit.
Penalty flag.
Looks like another illegal substitution on the punt going against Team USA.
And Team USA will be marked back after the penalty to the 30-yard line. 4th and 13. That will give the opportunity to Team Canada to return for good field position. Jesse Uketa is back to receive this kick. It'll bounce to him at the 41-yard line. Returns across midfield and is taken down at around the 48. So Team Canada will start in Team USA territory for their first possession of the second half. And we want to take this time to thank our sponsors for the broadcast this afternoon, including Marriott, the official hotel partner of USA Football and the U.S. national teams. Also, proud sponsor of USA Football is Field Turf, the official field building grant partner of USA Football. Team Canada with the football for the first time here in the second half. And a new quarterback in the game for the Canadians. Pass incomplete as Braden Lasimba, the 5'11 quarterback from Ottawa, throws the ball with his first attempt of the afternoon.
Be interesting to see whether this is a 1 or 2 drive thing here for Lasimba or whether it was planned this way the whole time with Bino being the first half quarterback and then Lasimba coming in the second half. But certainly Bino gave Lasimba some very big shoes to fill.
Big indeed. Lasimba goes 5'11 compared to the 6'4 of Zach Bino. Handoff through the middle. Almost breaking one out is Edwards, but he was dragged down by the shoelace that time by Robert Tolbert IV, the defender for Team USA.
It's been a long time since we've said Keon Edwards' name in this game. For a while there, Team Ontario was pretty much just passing the ball for the most part.
A pass here, screen, knocked down at around the 44-yard line. No real gain on that play as Palmer was the intended receiver. Palmer caught the ball but then came to the turf. His knee touched. He was down at that point, so no gain on the play. And that will bring up 4th down, the Canadian squad to punt.
And so they end up wasting some pretty good starting field position here, but good job by the under-16 team's defense of being able to come up with a 3-and-out. Each team's defense getting off to a pretty good start here, forcing 3-and-outs on their first drives.
Blake Corey will do the punting for Team Canada. Punts from midfield. High kick, fielded at the 5-yard line. Not much on the return. The return was made for Team USA by Malik Rogers, but he only manages about a yard before he's tackled down by the special teams coverage for Team Canada. Rogers, a Texan out of Pearland near the Greater Houston area, played at Manville High School. There's a timeout on the field with 8:57 remaining in the third, and Team USA down by 3.
So it's same this is sports performance, whether we're talking about Olympic athletes or middle school and high school athletes, the foundation is the same. We want to remove dysfunction and then build upon their sport-specific movements to allow them to function at a very high level on and off the field.
Oh yeah, that's going down. Let's get some rocks back.
Health can change in a minute. So CVS Health is changing healthcare, making it more accessible and affordable. With walk-in medical care, no appointments needed, and most insurance accepted. Minute Clinic, another innovation from CVS Health. Because health is everything.
Back to the action. Team USA from the shadow of their own end zone. Jalen Maiden with a pass. Worked up to the 20-yard line almost. The 19 is the official spot on the play as they were able to get out of a little bit of trouble. Maiden rolling a little shuffle pass, as it were, off to Kyle Bilodeau, and he was able to turn it into something for the Team USA squad.
Just good job there by Maiden. It's not always easy for the left-handed quarterbacks when they roll out to their right, because then either they've got to either do that shovel pass or completely turn around to square themselves off to throw the ball. So good job there to make that adjustment quickly.
Handoff going to Trevor Provencher, and Provencher with his first touch this afternoon makes it a good one as he picks up yardage across the 25 to the 26-yard line, about a 6-yard gain for Trevor Provencher, a young man out of Leander, Texas, down in the greater Austin area. Short second down facing Team USA. Pass behind the back of the intended target. Maiden was looking for Matt Carr on the play, and Carr just couldn't reach back enough to make the catch.
And Carr had a catch earlier in this game coming from Maiden, but that time the two were just unable to hook up on that attempt. And so now it'll be a third and a manageable short coming up here for Team USA. Expect to see them try and pick this one up through the air here.
3rd and 3. Maiden in a quarterback. He has a man in the backfield with him. That's Provencher, and receiver split either way. Maiden will roll out, eludes coverage, looks downfield. Now, jump pass caught for a first down, knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line was Benjamin Lynch, and he took a hit at the end of the run but picked up the first down to move the chains for Team USA.
And a good job that time by Maiden, almost directing traffic down the field, using his right hand to kind of point out to where he wanted Lynch to go, where he was going to throw the ball, and then he was able to get it down the field to him very nicely.
Daniel Valente knocked Lynch out of bounds with a nice hit, but it was not until Lynch had picked up the first down. Team USA trailing by 3, 13-10, 7-17 remaining in this third quarter. Handoff, and Provencher sandwiched between two Team Canada defenders goes down, and leading the charge for the Canadian Spencer Smith, the linebacker from Dundas.
Yeah, that was an absolutely brutal hit coming in that time as he just got sandwiched right between Smith, and it looked like also Jordan Arruda was in on the stop for Team Canada on that one as well. So a good job just swarming the ball carrier that time, but now second and long coming up for Team USA, uphill climb.
And Maiden has three receivers on his right as there's movement on the line. A couple of D linemen from Team Canada jumping off sides. And that will move the sticks a little bit for Team USA, put them in a better position.
And you can see all the movement there on the left side and up the middle of the Team Canada line. And that, of course, also helps to get back some of the yardage that was lost on that last play where Provencher ended up getting slammed.
Second down and 6 now. Provencher stays in the backfield with Jalen Maiden. He'll take the handoff. Cuts upfield across the 45 and stopped it around the 46-yard line. So Provencher fails to pick up the first down. And that will bring up 3rd and 4 for Team USA.
And it looks like Isaac Barron is going to come back into the game, and Provencher will head back over to the sideline after doing his job on the last few plays. Barron, a little bit of a tougher runner in here, perhaps to try and pick up these yards, or in there as the extra blocker in the backfield.
3rd and 4, Team USA. 3 receivers to the left of Jalen Maiden. He looks that way. Now throws. Has a man over the middle. It's caught. David Shannon. Shannon breaks a tackle to the 10, the 5. Touchdown. A 53-yard catch and run for David Shannon to give Team USA a 16-13 lead.
And what happened on that play was Team Canada stacked 8 guys in the box. They brought the heat on the blitz, and so when David Shannon caught the pass, there was only one man he needed to beat, and he was already behind him. He was able to easily slip the tackle and get all the way in to the end zone. Hamza Kabir, the defensive back guarding Shannon, had no chance. As you see there, the blitz vacated the entire middle of the field, and then Shannon was gone from the time that pass was completed.
That is our play of the game, presented by Shock Doctor. The extra point, good. 17-13, Team USA leading Team Canada, 5:16 remaining in the third.
And just a great turnaround there for Team USA after, well, they were trailing for a while, and they came back and kept it close for the times that their offense really wasn't getting much done on the field, Doug. And then right there, they finally came through with the big play, much like Canada had the big play, the 82-yard pass from Bino to Palmer earlier on. Now the big play for Team USA to put them back on top.
David Shannon has been a star of this ball game so far for Team USA. 5'10", 152-pound receiver out of Lake Mary, Florida.
Now, I got to imagine, as of right now at least, he is the front runner for the MVP. At least for the Team USA side.
Short kickoff. Bouncing to the 25. Picked up and returned by Hunter Brown across the 35-yard line. And that's where Team Canada will start their next possession.
The icon of the game. The icon of competition. The icon of athleticism. The icon of fandom. The icon of the future. The future of football is now.
Team Canada with the football as they try to come back after Team USA takes a 17-13 lead. Keon Edwards with the run. No gain as he's back to the line of scrimmage at the 35-yard line. Might have even lost a yard. Second down and 11 coming up.
Yeah, good job that time by Devin Hart, seeing that Edwards was trying to chase it to the outside. He just kept chasing him and chasing him and chasing him until eventually somebody stepped up from the secondary to clean up Edwards and finish off that play.
Team USA trailed by 3 at the half, 13-10, but scoring on a possession moments ago, Jalen Maiden. Touchdown pass, 53 yards to David Shannon. Penalty flag thrown here. This might be offsides against Team USA. Throw incomplete. Flags everywhere on the field now, as looked like every official had a beef with something that happened on that play.
Yeah, I think the first 2 flags that went down are on the offside, and then there was one that was thrown later, but that was just a late offside flag that ended up getting thrown, or whether that is a second offsetting penalty. We'll see.
Have 2 penalties on the play. A holding penalty against Team Canada and an offsides penalty against Team USA. So basically it's a do-over.
Yeah, forget it. Play never happened.
2nd down and 11. And staying in the game at quarterback, Braden Lasimba out of the gun. He will hand off to Keon Edwards. Edwards pushes his way through the middle across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And a nice pickup for Keon Edwards to make it a manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, Nigel Martin able to come up with the tackle again that time as Team USA brought the blitz right up the middle, but Edwards was able to run right past the blitzers and pick up about 5 yards.
Third down and 5. Lasimba goes under center. Edwards stays in at running back. He'll take the handoff, head left. Dragged down at the 41-yard line. Excellent pursuit on the play by Nigel Martin, the linebacker out of Ackworth, Georgia. They have a penalty flag thrown on the play.
We'll wait and see what the penalty is here.
A holding penalty against Team Canada. That's declined by Team USA. So now 4th down for Team Canada, and they will have to punt the ball away.
And a good job once again of coming up with a nice stand by this USA defense. Sessions here in the second half for Team Canada to this point, and now 2 punts.
Blake Corey will punt for Team Canada. Back to receive for Team USA, David Shannon, who's been a impact player in today's ball game.
Looks like Malik Rogers is the other player lined up deep.
And a penalty against Team Canada. That'll mark them back 5 more yards.
Yeah, delay a game that time because there was some questions with some of the substitutions. They got a little bit confused, and so they ended up winding up all the play clock.
Low snap. Corey has to field it on the bounce. Able to get rid of it. Rogers will take it at the 39-yard line, and he makes a nifty shift through the middle of the field across the halfway mark and into Team Canada territory. 48-yard line of Team Canada is where Malik Rogers goes down, and that's a nice return for Rogers, the young man out of Pearland, Texas. It gives Team USA excellent field position as we get ready to start this drive.
Yeah, it's the best starting field position of the day so far for Team USA, and now that they've got the lead, they've got the ball, they're in pretty good field position. They're going to try and expand this and make this a 2-possession game, at least to the best of their ability here. And with the way their defense is going, that might just end up doing it for Team Canada.
Checking in at quarterback for Team USA, Mason McLaughlin. To the 40-yard line, that's Rob Funkhauser carrying the ball. And Funkhauser with a nice carry, picks up about 8. Make it a short 2nd down for Team USA.
You take a look at the replay that time. It was some good jobs by the pulling guards of Team USA. That allowed Funkhauser take that one up for a big 9-yard gain.
2nd down and 1. McLaughlin in at quarterback, operates out of the pistol formation, handing it off to Funkhauser, and Funkhauser will push his way toward a 1st down near the 38-yard line. I believe that he had enough to move the chains that time.
And he did, as the front man on the chain gang was getting ready to move. The man holding the back end of the chain was staying put, and he had to give him a little bit of a tug to actually get the chains to move a little bit. Official, a little bit sleep at the wheel.
McLaughlin will keep it wrapped up and dropped, no gain, as Team Canada brought the defense. Curtis Woodsmanny, a defensive lineman out of Toronto, with the stop.
Boy, that option play even faked out Rob Funkhauser, who, after he didn't get the ball, he kind of looked back like, where is it?
A little bit of misconfusion there.
Might have been a better idea for him to give it to Funkhauser, as McLaughlin was tackled pretty much right away.
Under 1 minute to play in the third. Snap back. McLaughlin running, looking. Now will throw it out of bounds as he was being chased in the backfield. Hunter Dickerson was in pursuit, and a smart play by McLaughlin to throw the ball out of bounds.
Yep, outside the tackle box that time. Got it past the line of scrimmage. Receiver within 10 yards. No intentional grounding in order that time by McLaughlin. Just float that one into the Team Canada sideline. Take the loss at down and now try and convert here on 3rd and long.
And 3rd and long it is. 11 yards needed for a first down. McLaughlin will operate out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 1 man on his left. Looks right, throws a screen, taken by Shannon across the 40, the 35. Spins out of one tackle, but then knocked out of bounds at around the 34-yard line. Shy of a first down. Nice play from Shannon, but it won't be enough to move the chains.
And you can see Shannon at the end of that one try and plant his foot to try and get some momentum to go back towards the middle of the field, but unfortunately his momentum was just carrying him right out of bounds, and he wasn't able to make that cut and gain a couple extra yards. So it'll be 4th down and about 6 coming up, and well, it looks like they're keeping the offense on the field. I like the call. You're at that point where you're not going to kick a field goal, you're not going to punt it, you might as well go for it.
Yeah, perfect field position where they are right now to go for it on 4th down, and that's exactly what they'll do when we return for the 4th quarter from AT&T Stadium. The under-16 national team of Team USA leading Team Canada 17-13.
What does it take to become elite? It takes more than dedication, focus, and hard work. It takes an elite-level training program. Customized, sport-specific, online. Your perfect workout every time. That's Volt Athletics.
This broadcast this afternoon brought to you in part by Upper Deck, the official trading card partner of USA Football and the U.S. national teams, and also by Volt Athletic, official strength and conditioning solutions partner of the U.S. national team. I want to thank them for their patronage of USA Football and being a part of our festivities this afternoon. Heading to the 4th quarter, Doug Anderson, Joe Vasile with you from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and Team USA holding on to a 4-point lead over Team Canada, 17-13. This is the under-16 national team for Team USA. A little bit later on ESPN3, we will also see the under-15 team and the under-17 team in action as the United States represented by some of the most outstanding football players in the country here for the International Bowl. Team USA, big play here. 4th and 6. They have the ball on Team Canada's 34-yard line. Going for it with Mason McLaughlin at quarterback. They will hand it off, coming right side, flying out for a first down. The running back on the play, Rob Funkhauser, but Funkhauser might be a little shy, and there's a penalty flag on the play as well.
Yeah, a couple flags flying in on that one. Let's see who these penalties are on. Might be going against Team USA.
And if it is, that'll put them in a tough spot. And a holding penalty against Team USA. And we will replay fourth down, but now Team USA already in a tough spot at 4th and 6, now facing 4th and 11. Actually make it 4th and 16.
And now they're going to just send the punting unit out onto the field and boot this one away. Realistically, at this point in the game, you don't have to go for it on 4th down, so you just make the smart play and boot it away. Although they're a little bit late getting the punter Skybo onto the field.
Yeah, Nicholas Skiba is a little slow getting onto the field. High snap. He'll have to rush to get rid of this one. Ball is tipped up into the air after Skiba was hit. And Team Canada recovers near midfield. The rush on the play for Team Canada provided by Spencer Smith, a linebacker out of Dundas. He hit Skiba as he was trying to kick the ball away. Ball popped up into the air, and Team Canada has it in great field position.
Yeah, and that's one of those times where maybe you'd like to see USA use a timeout there and just, okay, let's reset, let's get these guys on the field and make sure everything's fine instead of rushing it on, because then you get a play like that actually goes backwards and loses you yards and now sets up Team Canada in your territory.
Lasimba stays in at quarterback, hands off, big carry right up the middle, Jacob Savoni. And Savoni with a first down for Team Canada across the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, been a while since we've seen Savoni in the game, and he seems to have some fresh legs on that carry there, just taking it right up the gut, making a nice move to the inside and picking up 15.
Lasimba drops back, throws a high floater to the end zone, caught, touchdown Team Canada. Hunter Brown with the reception. We've seen him make some big plays in the return game, and now he has a huge touchdown reception for Team Canada to give them a 2-point lead.
Yeah, that one was a little bit too easy there for Team Ontario. It took him just 2 plays to go 48 yards down the field. First, the 20-yard rush from Savoni, and then the hook up there, 28 yards to Hunter Brown for the touchdown. And just like that, now they're the ones back out at the top, and Team USA is playing catch-up.
19-17 the score, and Team Canada with a chance to make it a 3-point ball game with the extra point. Kick will be made by Blake Corey, the kicker from Toronto. Corey's kick on the way, and it is good. 10:52 remaining in the game. Team Canada with a 3-point advantage, 20-17.
We play for this. It's our country. It's our sport. Let them keep getting up. They gonna keep knocking it down. Let them get back out. So we're to play, man. I die for my country. I die for all y'all. I die for my family. All them men that watch me.
This brawl game this afternoon brought to you by Siege Sports, the official uniform provider of the U.S. national teams. Also, in addition to Siege Sports, Physio Control brings you today's ball game, the official AED provider of USA football.
And this is going to be a very big possession for Team USA. There's still a good amount of time left in this game, 10 minutes and 52 seconds remaining, but now they find themselves down by 3 points, and now they need to architect themselves another fourth quarter comeback, just like the select team did in the first game.
A lot of football left to play in this one. 10:52 remaining. Blake Corey will kick it for Football Canada. Team Ontario is the bunch that represents Canada this afternoon in this one. Short kick taken 29-yard line by David Shannon. Shannon heading to his right. Makes a shake. Now will run back the other way. In trouble. Tries to move it upfield. Breaking tackles and stopped right back where he started at around the 29-yard line. So about all David Shannon did there was waste about 12 seconds for us. But, hey, it was entertaining nonetheless.
Yeah, nice big circle that he essentially ran. Got about as far up as maybe the 35-yard line, then came all the way back to about the 25-yard line and ended up settling down somewhere right in the middle at about the 29.
Team USA trails by 3. In a quarterback for Team USA is Perez. Perez will fire one quickly over the middle and complete as the ball was broken up on the play by Team Canada's Jacob Andrews.
Yeah, that time Giovanni Pierre had that one in his hands, then took a hit and ended up having it come out as the defender for Canada, Jacob Andrews, came up and got his hands and disrupted Pierre's ability to catch it.
2nd down and 10. Perez drops back, looks, fires over the middle. Shannon's the intended target. It's incomplete as the ball goes off the fingertips of David Shannon.
Yeah, that one was just thrown a little bit too high for Shannon, who did jump to try and catch it, but just not high enough to be able to pull that one down. Had it glance off his fingertips, but you got to try and come down with that one.
3rd and 10 for Team USA. The red, white, and blue represented this afternoon at AT&T Stadium. Two receivers split either way. Perez out of the gun. He looks downfield, steps up, in trouble. Down he goes, 26-yard line. Team Canada with the sack. Josh Bush, the defensive lineman from Niagara-on-the-Lake, leading the charge for Football Ontario.
And now it is a 3rd and 13 situation, or check that, 4th and 13 situation for Team USA, and they're going to have to punt again. Remember what happened the last time they punted? It was near disaster as Skyba was late getting on the field, ended up getting blocked.
This time he's on the field in time, able to kick the ball away, and a short return down the near sideline by Jesse Uketa as he will go out of bounds inside Team USA territory at around the 46-yard line. So this is another fortuitous turn of events for Team Canada, as a short punt will give them the ball in great field position and a chance to add to their 3-point lead.
It certainly will, and remember after they had the very similar field position last time, they were able to score in just 2 plays. So also not something where they even need to take a whole lot of time off the clock to be able to punch one into the end zone.
Braden Lasimba stays in at quarterback. It looks like this is his half of football as he throws it far sideline. Caught, and a nice run by Owen Clement as they will work the ball down to the Team USA 40-yard line, about a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, nice little designed play that time by Canada. They send the 2 receivers up to go block on Clement, who caught the screen pass, and he had about 10 yards ahead of him when he ended up making that catch.
Lasimba calls out the signals. He's got 3 receivers on the right, looks left, throws that way, incomplete, as Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver.
Yeah, Palmer was coming back for that screen pass. It was thrown a little bit ahead of him, though, so it was tough for him to change his momentum back into the opposite direction to be able to catch that one. And so and ended up falling incomplete just ahead of him. A little bit of a miscommunication that time between Lasemba and Palmer.
3rd and 3 for Team Canada. Under 9 minutes to play in the ball game. Lasemba goes under center. He's got a single setback and 3 receivers on his left. We'll hand it off. Savoni. Savoni powers his way to a first down at the Team USA 30-yard line. A pickup of 10 for Jacob Savoni, and Team Canada in business as they move the chains. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Lasemba under center. He's got 2 receivers split either way. Drops back, looks, fires one near side, incomplete. Palmer was the intended receiver. Good coverage downfield for Team USA by Miles Sims.
Yeah, and if Lasemba had looked in that direction a little bit earlier, he'd have seen that his slot receiver that play, Cole Burniston, had a big mismatch, was being covered by the linebacker, Devin Hart, had him beat a little bit out of the gates. If he'd have looked a little bit earlier and thrown up a pass early, he might have been able to hook up with Burniston that time.
Instead, 2nd down and 10. Under center, Lasemba. Handoff. And Savoni powers his way for a yard before he is stopped by Team USA.
And that time they just ran right into the run blitz where Devin Hart was coming in from the outside and he made the tackle. It's a little bit slow to get up, but he's fine. We're not going to have any kind of stoppage or anything as he comes on off. As you take another look at him coming up with the tackle on that one.
Devin Hart, a linebacker out of Smyrna, Georgia. And he's being checked out on the sideline, but looks fine. It was just a little slow to get up after the play.
And most likely just a little stinger.
3rd and 9 for Team Canada as Lasemba tries to continue their march downfield. He's out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers to his left. 1 man on the right throws that way. Double coverage, jump ball, and is it caught? The answer is yes. Joshua Palmer with an amazing catch inside the 5-yard line.
Taking another look at the replay on this one up on the big board, and what a great catch was made. We'll see it now down here.
Wow, Palmer went into double coverage and was just able to outfight the defenders for the jump ball. A tremendous catch for Joshua Palmer, who has 2 touchdowns in the ball game, and now sets up Team Canada 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Palmer has had a fantastic overall game for this Canada squad.
Handoff through the middle, touchdown Team Canada. Jacob Savoni with the touchdown as Team Canada extends their lead 26-17.
And now it becomes a 2-possession game here. 9 points separated. If the extra point's good, could be double digits. And with under 7 minutes left, it's not impossible for Team USA to come back in this one, but it certainly is very difficult.
Blake Corey on to attempt the extra point. This would make it a 10-point game. Corey's kick is good, 27-17. Team Canada on top. There is a penalty flag on the field. Personal foul running into the kicker against Team USA. So that will be assessed on the kickoff. And We'll have that for you in a moment. Right now, it's Team Canada on top, 27-17. (27-17) our score. Team Canada leads Team USA. International Bowl 2015 from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Doug Anderson, Joe Basile with you. Happy to have you with us on ESPN3 this afternoon. Also, if you're checking us out on YouTube, and wherever you might be following across the world, watching players from all over the world take part in these festivities here for International Bowl 2015. It's been a great event so far, and we continue to see excellent football from these two squads.
It certainly has been, and well, for a while it looked like Team USA had the upper hand in this battle, but well, now Team Canada has come storming back here in the end of the third quarter and through the first half of this fourth quarter as well to take a 10-point lead with just under 7 minutes left. And, well, Team USA is going to come back in this one. They've got to turn around fast, starting with this drive right here.
Kick from Corey, able to sail to the 5-yard line after that penalty yardage was assessed. Ball is loose on the turf. There's a scramble for it as Shannon coughed it up, and Team Canada says they have it. The officials will sort it out, and they say Team USA ball.
Boy, that was near danger for Team USA on that one as well, Shanna was taking it out, and helmet just got right on the ball and ended up popping loose. And then there was a ferocious scramble in that pile for the ball. Team USA was able to fall on it. And quite see you ended up coming down with the recovery. I think it was Jordan Gallegos, though.
So Team USA with their work cut out for them. They trail by 10 with 6:52 remaining in the game. There will be a re-kick, it appears.
Yeah, it looks like there's a flag down in the area of an offside.
So after all that, you have an offsides on the kickoff that will bring the ball back, and they'll do it all over again. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for Team USA. They do have a chance to pick up some more yardage. They also just survived a scare off a fumble, and you wouldn't want it to happen again.
We'll see. Of course, it wasn't going to be great starting field position for Team USA, and at least I like their thinking that they're going to at least hedge their bets and bet that they're going to get a better return this time, and that Shannon isn't going to fumble the ball. But that was just an aberration. They kick it in his direction, though.
Yeah, back to Shannon it goes, 20-yard line. And tripped up quickly across the 25. They'll spot him down at the 27. Team USA goes back to work.
And so it does end up being a good idea there to have the re-kick happen because now they've gained a good chunk of yardage without taking a whole lot of time off of the clock in doing so.
Team USA trails by 10, 27-17, and Jalen Maiden is in at quarterback. He's been the guy that has been, I think, the biggest spark plug at the quarterback position for Team USA. Under some pressure, delivers with a left-handed strike downfield, incomplete, as David Shannon was the intended target.
Yeah, Shannon had it hit off his hands and then made a diving second effort to try and come up with his own tip pass, which we'll see here. But a good job by Maiden initially to use his legs to keep that play alive and then find Shannon down the field.
Maiden, a 6'1", 187-pound quarterback from Sachse, Texas. Sachse High School, well represented in these International Bowl festivities. His older brother playing on the under-18 team. Handoff, hit in the backfield and dropped. The running back was Ryan Ellis, and he was brought to the turf by Team Canada's defense. Well, nice job by Team Canada that time. Jordan Aruda was in on the play, and he brought down Ellis.
And for Team USA, they haven't really had a whole lot of success running the ball here in this second half. A little bit surprised to see him keep it on the ground here, as Team Canada's defensive line has been pretty much doing whatever they want up front. And so I guess you do it to keep them honest and to avoid becoming a one-dimensional offense, but you got to get to a certain point where you look at the loss of yards and all the other things that go along with that, and might want to think about just sticking to the air here for a little while.
3rd and 17. Penalty flag thrown and a delay game penalty yet again. So instead of 3rd and 17, you make it 3rd and 23 for Team USA.
And you know, in the select game and the IFAF game, it was relatively penalty-free. It was a very clean game. Really, same can't be said here for this one.
Maiden, 3 receivers to his left, looks downfield, now throws right, has a man incomplete. Ball was in the hands of the receiver, Giovanni Pierre, but he couldn't hold on to it, and that would have been a first down.
Yeah, it looked like Pierre that time got a little bit of butterfingers that time, as he saw, or heard rather, Kyle Baker closing in from behind on him. Had the ball hit off his hands, as you'll see here, and just kind of not having soft enough hands to let that one come into him, and just kind of right off his hands, bounce right off.
And now on 4th down, Team USA to punt. Nicholas Skiba, short kick, fielded at the 41-yard line. And returned to the 30, maybe even the 29 by Jesse Ikeda. And that is great field position for Team Canada, who already leads by 10. Now with 5:18 left in the ballgame, can extend their lead.
And
some people have to travel for work.
Hi there! Looks like you've had a long day. Pull up a crate.
Some people get to travel for work.
Really looking forward to this spinach. It's got quinoa in it.
Sometimes it's the little things that make a big difference. Courtyard, make room for a little fun.
It's wireless. You like reggae?
Team Canada with the football. Handoff up the middle, no gain. As the ball goes to Jacob Savoni. Savoni, big touchdown on the last possession for Team Canada to extend their lead to 27-17. Second down coming up. Canadians needing 10. Savoni stays in the backfield. Takes the handoff. Finds a little room across the 25 down to the 23-yard line. 6-yard run for Jacob Savoni, and that will bring up 3rd and about 4.
And if you're Team Canada here, you can afford to just keep it on the ground, wind as much clock off as you possibly can here, because right now the clock is your biggest friend, up by 10 with just about 4 minutes left to go. The one thing that Team USA does have working for them is they have all 3 of their timeouts left.
Braden Lasimba under center. He has played the entire second half, rolls out on the bootleg across the 15 and goes out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Lasimba with a first down for Team Canada. And when Lasimba came out to start the second half of this ball game, we both, I think, looked at ourselves and said, well, I mean, when are we going to see Zach Bino again? But Bino apparently played the first half, and that was it. And apparently that was fine for Team Canada because Lasimba's done a good job.
Yeah, he stepped right in, and he has filled his shoes more than admirably. You can see he does some things differently. He's a little bit more mobile than Bino was. Not that Bino was a statue in the pocket, but he's done a good job at doing some rollouts and picking up some first downs with his legs, as he did right there.
Lasimba will hand off to Savoni. Savoni with a nice burst across the 10 to the 7-yard line. And even though Team USA did a pretty nice job, Jake Galil with the tackle on the play, it's hard to stop Savoni because of that initial burst that he has. He's got a very good first step, and by the time you hit him, he's usually 3 yards or 4 yards downfield.
As the clock just continues to tick down here, reminder, stay tuned in. We'll have the U16 game coming up right here on ESPN3. That one slated for kickoff at 4 p.m.
Handoff Savoni, and he will score again. Touchdown Jacob Savoni. Team Canada extends the lead to 33-17.
And Savoni has done an excellent job all day long on the ground for Football Ontario, and coming up with another one there. That one, the exclamation point on, well, at this point, what figures to be a victory for Team Canada.
Blake Corey will kick the extra point. This would double up the lead for Team Canada as he makes it a 34-17 ball game. 2:20 remaining in this one, and it looks like Team Canada on their way to a victory. We'll find out.
The icon of the game. The icon of competition. The icon of athleticism. The icon of fandom. The icon of the future. The future of football is now.
34-17 our score. Team Canada leading the Team USA as they play this one. This is the under 16 national team for Team USA, and for Team Canada, the squad out of Football Ontario. I tell you what, I've been very impressed with the way that Team Canada has played and executed this afternoon. They put together a nice game plan and were able to pull it off for the most part this afternoon.
Yeah, certainly no shortage of talent on this Team Canada side, and the execution has been very good. That's why they're up by this much.
After a short kickoff, good special teams coverage by Team Canada will force Team USA to take the ball at around the 32-yard line. That ball was fielded by Ronald Edwards for Team USA, young man out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I mean, at this point for Team USA, you're down by 17 points. You don't want to say that you're playing for pride at this point, but at this point, you're playing to go out there, just have some fun, and just, like I said, for pride.
Let it fly, you know? And that's exactly what they'll do, as McLaughlin trying to throw one, but batted down at the line of scrimmage by Maxwell Grant.
One up there, stuck his big right arm up, and, well, the pass was delivered right into it.
So second down and 10 for Team USA. And a quarterback now for Team USA, Christian Perez, checks in. Perez operates out of the pistol. He's got men on the near sideline looking that way, but in trouble. And now he goes down at the 30. Coverage sack for Team Canada as they brought the house once again. Leading the way, Brandon Fiergo, as he was part of a contingent that also included Tyree Russell.
And right now, Team Canada is flying high. And you can see, you don't want to say that the body language for Team USA is a little bit defeated, but at this point you can definitely tell which team is up and which team is down.
3rd and 11. It's Maiden in at quarterback now. We've seen 3 plays, 3 different quarterbacks as Maiden throws it incomplete. And that will bring up 4th down. So, coaching staff for Team USA, led by Coach Verbanek, just kind of letting guys shuffle in and out and getting all his quarterbacks into the game here at the end of things. 1:18 left in the contest. Team USA facing 4th down.
And that last pass from Maiden was just a little bit too hot to handle for Jackson Parham, the wide receiver. I'd like to see him throw that ball with a little bit more touch on it and a little bit less zip.
These are young men that we will have a chance to see again play here on the International Bowl stage. Their careers will continue as they go on through their high school careers. And in the meantime, a timeout on the field will take it with them. 1:18 left to go with Team Canada on top, 34-17.
This is where games are played, where friendships are forged, where kids come to have fun. This is where coaches teach fundamentals, where respect is both learned and earned, and memories last long after the clock reaches 0. This is USA Football.
When you get away from smartphones and video games and tablets, it's amazing what you can really plug into. This season, shop the brands you love, plus thousands of items on sale now. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
After the timeout, incomplete pass by Jalen Maiden on 4th down. So Team USA turns the ball over on downs, and Team Canada can come out in victory formation if they want to and simply take a knee, run out the clock in this ball game.
Yeah, they certainly have the ability to do so. Team USA has 2 timeouts remaining if they want to use them, but either way, it doesn't really matter because Canada doesn't have to advance the ball if they don't want to.
Lasimba will hand it off. Chance for a couple of other players to get into the game that maybe haven't had an opportunity so far this afternoon, and that includes running back Tanner Nelms, who takes the handoff and goes for a couple of yards, 4 actually, to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, we saw Nelms a lot in the Jamboree. Haven't really seen him so much here today, obviously, with that just being his first carry.
He will stay in behind Lasimba. Handoff to Nelms. He bounces to the right side, finds some running room. Dragged down inside the 5-yard line. Nelms with a nice run. He was tackled on the play by Garrett Graves, the 5'7", 115-pounder from Grass Valley, California.
Yeah, I was just about to comment on the size of Garrett Graves. like I said, listed at 5'7", 115. I think he might be 115 pounds soaking wet.
Not the heftiest of guys out there on the field, but does have quite a tradition, trying to heritage. His father or his grandfather, Native American, and he knows how to make arrowheads. Made a nice tackle on the last play of this ball game as we have come to a close between Team Canada and Team USA. In this one, it goes to the Canadians by a score of 34-17. So a good Team Canada squad shows up and shows everyone why they were as hyped as they were. They got a lot of attention coming into this game because of their talent level, and it shows because they were outstanding this afternoon.
Yeah, let's not forget this is the team that was originally supposed to face the 15-year-old USA group. They got bumped up to tougher competition and were still able to come away with a 34-17 win. Very, very impressive.
Take a look at our most valuable players, brought to you by Riddell. The receiver, David Shannon, for Team USA, had some excellent catches in this ball game, including one near touchdown and another touchdown to go along with it. And then Joshua Palmer, the receiver for Team Canada, who had the 82-yard strike and another touchdown as well. So he represented Team Canada well, and he is the most valuable player for them.
Pretty agreeable with both of those guys. You take either one of them out of the offense for their respective teams, and it completely changes the dynamic of this entire game. Certainly guys who added the most to their respective teams.
Take a look at the ceremony taking place down on the field now. You're about to see some of the presentations, but in the meantime, let's take a look at the performance. There's David Shannon as he scores his touchdown in this ball game, part of his big day. And then on the other hand, you had Palmer, who was terrific in his efforts this afternoon as well. So a great performance by wide receivers in this ball game, and there's the trophy table down on the field as both teams prepare to collect their hardware. And take a look at Palmer's catch here from Zach Bino. This one over the middle, and Palmer caught it about midfield, shook off a tackle, and was able to go the distance for the touchdown. Joshua Palmer, a terrific day for the young man from Brampton, Ontario, as he is the Team Canada MVP. That will just about do it from AT&T Stadium, Game 2 of our 4-game set. This wonderful day of football from the home of the Dallas Cowboys. We'll have our next game coming your way at 4 o'clock here on ESPN3, as it will be the under-15s for Team USA taking on a select group from Team Canada. Until then, for everyone that was a part of this one, Tom Monafiletto, and for Joe Basile, I'm Doug Anderson saying so long from AT&T Stadium.